Good morning. Now we are going to study metallic and non-metallic properties. This is the last periodic properties. So first of all, metallic and non-metallic properties. So metallic and non-metallic property. This is this topic, that metallic and non-metallic properties. So first of all, about a metal. So you have already studied that metallic character is explained by loss of electron and non-metallic character is explained by gain of electron. So metallic character is explained by loss of electron and non-metallic character is explained by gain of electron. Then one more definition is given, that an atom is said to be metal. An atom is said to be metal if it loses one or more electrons. An atom is said to be metal if it loses one or more electrons when supplied with energy. We can write like this M forming M plus and one electron is lost. So that's why I told you that metallic character is explained by loss of electron. So an atom is said to be metal, if it loses one or more electrons when supplied with energy. In the same way, an atom is said to be non-metal if it gains one or more electrons when supplied with energy. An atom is said to be non-metal if it gains one or more electrons when supplied with energy. So this hypothetical atom N is there, it takes electron and form negative ion. So here M is a metal and N is a non-metal. So metallic character is explained by loss of electron and non-metallic character is explained by gain of electron. Now next we have to study the factors which affect metallic and non-metallic character. So in the first one, periodic properties, you have studied, atomic size you have studied, that number of electron cells and nuclear charge. Then ionization potential, electron affinity and electronegativity. You have studied that atomic size and nuclear charge. And here the factor is changed. In this one, metallic and non-metallic character, factors are that atomic size and ionization potential. So we are going to discuss about these two factors, how they will affect metallic and non-metallic character. So factors are here that atomic size and ionization potential. So the factors are here, first one is atomic size and second one is ionization potential. So just to see, suppose that if two atoms are there, atom A and atom B. From both the atoms, you have to remove the electron. So this electron is there, you have to remove the electron. So just you see, in atom B, you can remove electron easily because this outer cell electron will be held less firmly because it is away from the nucleus. So less force of attraction is there. It means from atom B, you can remove electron easily. So here from atom B, you can remove electron easily. So atom B will be more metallic. So it means as atomic size increases, metallic character. So metallic character increases. And here it is difficult to gain electron. So non-metallic character decreases. So you can say that metallic character is directly proportional to the atomic size and non-metallic character is inversely proportional to the atomic size. Now next one, ionization potential. Suppose that two atoms are there, X and Y. For X, ionization potential is IP is 100 kilojoule per mole, and for Y, this 200 kilojoule per mole. So now the question for you, from which you can remove electron easily? Your answer will be there. From X, we can remove electron easily because lesser amount of energy is required. So between X and Y, since you are able to remove electron from the X easily, so the X will be more metallic. It means as the ionization potential increases, it is difficult to remove electron. So metallic character decreases and non-metallic increases. So by this way, now we are going to apply these two factors in a group and in a period. So first of all, we will take in a period. So when we move in a period from left to right, then how the metallic and non-metallic character will change. So in a period, first of all, in a period. Now just you see, I am going to write the period two elements. Period, two elements, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon. Atomic number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Electronic configuration is 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 6, 2, 7, 2, 8. So two factors are there. First one is atomic size, and second factor is ionization potential. So first of all, atomic size. So when you move in a period from left to right, already you studied that atomic size decreases. So if the atomic size decreases, it is difficult to remove electron, but it is easy to gain electron. It means metallic character decreases and non-metallic character increases. So when we move in a period from left to right, that atomic size decreases, it means metallic character decreases and non-metallic character increases. Now next periodic property, that ionization potential. Already you studied, when we move in a period from left to right, ionization potential increases. So if the ionization potential increases, it is difficult to remove electron. It is difficult to remove electron, but it is easy to gain electron. So what will happen? That metallic character decreases and non-metallic increases. So just you see result you are getting. What is the result? So just you combine both the factors, metallic, just you see, metallic character here decreases and non-metallic increases. So here the trend I am going to write here, that metallic decreases and non-metallic increases. So now the question for you, in period 2, most metallic element, one more thing I want to tell you, that you should go up to the halogens only. This is the first A and that is 7A. No need to consider the noble gases because they are coming in different categories. You know that elements are classified in 4 categories: metal, non-metal, noble gases and metalloid. So they are noble gases, they are different categories there. So when you move in a period from left to right, metallic character decreases. So here the most metallic will be lithium, and non-metallic character increases. So the most non-metallic is fluorine. So in the period 2, most metallic element is lithium and the most non-metallic element is fluorine. So this you got the idea. In the same way, if I ask you in period 3, which one is the most metallic element? In period 3, which one is the most metallic element? What you will say? In period 3, the most metallic element is sodium and the most non-metallic element is chlorine. So now we are going to apply these two factors in a group. So you can take in a group. When we move in a group from top to bottom, then how the properties will vary. So group we are going to take. So first A, I am going to take lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, francium. Atomic number of the lithium is 3, 11, 19, 37, 55, 87. Electronic configuration is 21, 281, 2881. So now factors, two factors are there. First of all, atomic size, and the second factor is ionization potential. Atomic size and ionization potential. So just to see, when we move in a group from top to bottom, atomic size increases. Already you studied that atomic size increases. If the atomic size increases, it is easy to remove electron. So metallic character increases and non-metallic character decreases. So when we move in a group from top to bottom, atomic size increases. It means it is easy to remove electron. So metallic character increases and non-metallic character decreases. Next, ionization potential. Ionization potential decreases. So if the ionization potential decreases, it is easy to remove electron. So metallic character increases and non-metallic decreases. So result is that what conclusion you are getting? Conclusion, just you see, metallic character increases and non-metallic character decreases. So when you move in a group from top to bottom, then metallic character increases and non-metallic decreases. So now the question for you, in group first A, which one is the most metallic element? So the most metallic element is francium and the least metallic element is lithium. So now you can take the periodic table, we can take the full periodic table and then we can take the trend of these metallic and non-metallic. So just you see, so this is so when we move in a, this is the group, that is the period and group. So size you have seen, size here decreases and size here increases. So non-metallic increases and here decreases, and metallic here decreases and here increases. So now the question for you, this is first A here, there are 7A. Which group elements are more metallic? Just you see, metallic character decreases. So first A will be more metallic. First A elements will be more metallic. That which group elements will be more non-metallic? Just you see, non-metallic increases. So 7A group elements will be more non-metallic. Now the next question for you. Just you see, you are telling that 7A more non-metallic and down the group non-metallic character decreases. So the fluorine is the most non-metallic element. Fluorine is the most non-metallic element, most electronegative, most non-metallic and most reactive. All the properties associated with fluorine. Most non-metallic, you see, this is most electronegative and most reactive. So many properties are associated with fluorine. Then most metallic I have seen, metallic character in a group increases and first they are the more metallic. So the last element is francium. Francium is most metallic element. Most metallic element or most metallic metal. If you want to give the position to the cesium, then francium is radioactive, so you can give the position to the cesium. Now all the periodic properties what you studied, I am going to draw all together, and how to learn it, that I will tell you method. It is very easy to learn the trend of all the periodic properties, because in your board paper they are asking every year 5 mark questions. So just you see, in your copy you can draw all the periodic properties together, so that denote the period and this denote the group. So here size you have studied that size decreases and size here increases. Then ionization potential here increases and here decreases. Then next we have studied that electron affinity increases and here electron affinity decreases. Then electronegativity you have studied here that increases and there decreases. Then non-metallic character increases. Here non-metallic character decreases. And regarding the metallic, just you see, all the properties are opposite to atomic size. So when you move in a period from left to right, atomic size decreases. IP increases, electron affinity increases, electronegativity increases, non-metallic character increases. So just you keep in your mind about the atomic size, rest of the properties you can give. But suppose that if you are confused by the atomic size, then other properties will go wrong. So this way you can learn it. And regarding the metallic, I have not written, but the metallic property will be opposite to the non-metallic. So if you learn non-metallic, metallic you can give. In the same way, if you take in a group from top to bottom, atomic size increases, but the IP, electron affinity, electronegativity and non-metallic character all are decreasing. So all are opposite to the atomic size. So in your board paper it is asked arrange that decreasing order atomic size, increasing order atomic size, increasing order of ionization potential, decreasing, like this they are asking the question. So when such question asked in board paper, just to see whether they belong to the same period or same group, some similarity will be there. Either the same group or the same period will be there. So accordingly you can give the answer. So up to here it is completed. Now few more properties are left, that reactivity and oxidizing and reducing property. So next topic is reactivity. So here recently if you go to the board paper, they have asked many times this reactivity of the elements. So reactivity So I want to tell you, reactivity is totally different. Reactivity of a metal depends on electropositive character or metallic character. Reactivity of a metal depends on electropositive character or metallic character. Greater is the electropositive character, greater is the reactivity. Greater is the electropositive character, greater is reactivity. In the same way, reactivity of non-metal, depends on electronegative character. Electronegative character or non-metallic character. Greater is the electronegative character greater is reactivity. So this you keep in your mind that don't follow the same trend for the reactivity. First you see whether it belongs to the metal or non-metal. So reactivity of metal depends on metallic character and reactivity of non-metal depends on non-metallic character. So just you see I'm writing here first A, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, francium. Here I am going to draw that 7A, that FCl, Bri, So you have seen that in first A, when you move in a group from top to bottom, metallic increases. If the metallic increases, reactivity increases. So now the question for you, in first A, which one is the most reactive? Most reactive is francium. Francium is most reactive. Then which one is least reactive? Least reactive is lithium. Least reactive is lithium. In the same way, if you take in 7A group, so when you move in a group from top to bottom, non-metallic character decreases. If the non-metallic character decreases, it means reactivity also decreases. Reactivity decreases. So just you see here, which one is the most reactive? Most reactive is fluorine. Most reactive fluorine. And here this one is least reactive. So I want to tell you that in both the cases reactivity is different. Reactivity of a metal depends on electropositive character and reactivity of a non-metal depends on electronegative character. So if the metals are more electropositive, they will be more reactive. And if the metals are less electropositive, they will be less reactive. In the same way, reactivity of a non-metal depends on non-metallic character. If the non-metallic character is more, reactivity will be more, and if the non-metallic character is less, reactivity will be less. Now one more question asked in board paper, that when we move in a period from left to right, oxidizing power of the element increases. So that I am going to write the question here. When we move in a period from left to right, then oxidizing power of the element increases. Give the reason. This is very common question. If you go through the 10 here, 3 or 4 times they have already asked that question. When we move in a period from left to right, oxidizing power of the element increases. Why? So answer you note down. What is the answer here? On moving in a period from left to right, electronegativity increases, non-metallic character increases, tendency to gain electron increases. So on moving in a period from left to right, from left to right, electronegativity increases, electron affinity increases, and non-metallic character increases, and tendency to gain electron increases. That is oxidizing power of the element increases. So this question asked many times in board paper. When we move in a period from left to right, oxidizing power of the element increases. What is the reason? The reason is that when we move in a period from left to right, electronegativity increases, electron affinity increases, non-metallic character increases, and tendency to gain electron increases. That is, oxidizing power of the element increases. In the same way, the question can be asked to you, when we move in a period from left to right, reducing power of the element increases. What is the reason? When we move in a group from top to bottom, then reducing power of the element increases. This is the next question. When we move in a group from top to bottom, reducing power of the element increases. Why? So your answer will be there. On moving in a group from top to bottom, metallic character increases, ionization potential decreases, tendency to lose electron increases. So on moving in a group from top to bottom, metallic character increases, ionization potential decreases, tendency to lose electrons increases. That is, reducing power of elements increases. So oxidizing power asked many times, but since already it is asked, so this can also be asked to you. So now you please go through your chemistry book. Just you take page number 13, that metallic atoms present on the left side of the periodic table have large atomic size and low ionization potential and tendency to lose electrons. Means, being a good metal, what requirement is there? The size must be large and ionization potential must be low. The non-metallic atoms present on the right side of the periodic table, small atomic radius and high ionization potential value tend to gain electrons. So metals are good reducing agent, and while the non-metals are good oxidizing agent. Just to see what is given, reactivity is given. Greater the tendency to lose electron, greater is the reactivity of a metal. In case of non-metal, the greater the tendency to gain electron, greater is the reactivity of the same.